at this. Hey everyone, welcome to El Dorado National Forest in the Sierra Nevadas. Today is a very exciting day because I am embarking on my first solo backpacking trip.
Be still, my darling. All is well, my darling.
My trip is going to be 2 nights into Desolation Wilderness. Nothing too crazy. It should be spectacularly beautiful.
Be still, my darling. All is well.
My plan is to set up camp at a spot called Ropey Lake. Ropey Lake is just beyond one of this region's largest waterfalls. And you go off trail a little bit and then set up at a pristine lake.
Oh, darling, don't be scared of time changing us both. That will leave our love.
I am really looking forward to this time out in this beautiful landscape, getting off the grid, practicing my filmmaking, and practicing my backpacking skills as well. You know, I've been on a number of backpacking trips in the past, but still going out into the wilderness alone, there's a little bit of butterflies, a little bit of nerves, and I'm looking forward to leaning into that. Okay, I think we're about to get our first glimpse of the big waterfall here. Woo! Now, I am headed to the top of the waterfall. So we got some climbing to do. Most of this is gonna be off trail. So this is gonna be a nice challenge. Also, we got some dark clouds here. Weather forecasts had 30 to 40% chance of rain in this area. So fingers crossed we stay dry, especially because I have this thing. All right, let's start climbing. My first backpacking trip was in 2013, when I was a junior in college. I remember getting out into Yosemite National Park, surrounded by incredible natural landscapes and being in complete awe. Wow, look at this peak. This looks like something out of Lord of the Rings right here. Woo! Look at that peak. That is gorgeous. I remember how the deeper I got into nature, the deeper a connection I made with the friends I was with. I asked questions to them that I normally wouldn't ask. I shared things about myself that I wouldn't normally share. I remember feeling that the wilderness had a way of bringing out the most authentic side of myself. Welcome to Ropey Lake. We have reached our destination. Here we are. Absolutely stunning. Now, I just got to find a place to set up camp for the night. Whew. Well, the rain just came in hard, right as I was about to set up tent. Threw the camera in the backpack, huddled under a tree now. Just gonna try to wait this one out. Whew. It's about 6:30 p.m. Just did some reading in the tent, took a nap, changed into my warm clothes, and now we're watching the sun as it starts to set beyond the mountain. So peaceful out here. Since that first backpacking trip, time in the mountains has been a constant in my life. I am an ultra runner who spends countless hours running on the trails. I jump at opportunities to go on backpacking trips with friends. Today, going out into nature is my way to reset, my way to reconnect with my values and how I really want to live. Sometimes I just need that space, apart from the pushes and pulls of society, to reconnect with who I truly am. Been a lovely morning here so far. Had some breakfast, did some stretching, set up the hammock and finished the book I was reading. And now I am about to set off for a day hike. And I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna go yet. Even though these days I know how much I need solitude and new experiences out in nature, still, it can be challenging to make time for it. I couldn't help myself. I can't look at that peak and not try to get to the top of it. We're running to the next meeting, call, or event. Let's do it! We get stuck in a routine, taking the same steps over and over again with work, relationships, and free time, fearing that if we detach, we'll miss something. Finding our way. When the reality is, detaching is how we'll find the most important thing, which is ourselves. There's too much snow to get to the summit safely, so I'm gonna call it here, have a little Cliff Bar, and then hit a trail towards the Pacific Crest Trail over that way. When I'm on a trip like this, in settings like this, one thing that becomes clear to me is how often I am running. I mean that not just in a literal sense as an ultra runner, but metaphorically too. I'm always racing to my goals. Check out this view right here. Woo! Ambition and speed propel me, and that's a personality trait of mine that I love. But also a part of myself I need to watch with careful eye, so it doesn't get out of hand. That was the lake we were just eating lunch at, and now I'm heading up to some peak up here. I don't know the name of the peak, but I had to hit one peak today. It's easy to get lost in the hustle. It's easy to get caught up thinking about where you want to go in the future and not taking a moment to just breathe and be here. Woo-hoo! Taking a moment to take off your clothes and jump into a freezing lake. This trip was 2 nights in a national forest just a few hours from where I live. This wasn't some epic Everest summit or Pacific Crest Trail through hike, but it was an experience. I got out into nature, I tried something new, going backpacking alone for the first time. I took a small step outside my routine and hit the reset button. And sometimes that's all it takes to find ourselves. Just one small step.